Okay, we will start with grammar MCQ first. Okay, the first question, Lin Chua was disappointed. Actually, Lim Chua is a name that's quite special because Lim and Chua can both be a surname. Okay, so Lim Chua was disappointed that he came in what in the 50-meter swim race. Anyone would like to volunteer? Yes, Irena.
Last.
Very good. Okay, he came in last. Basically, he came in last means that, of course, lastly and firstly, these two are adverbs. Okay, first and last, they are your adjectives. Yeah, so we don't usually use an adverb after a preposition. In is a preposition. Okay, so this came in is actually considered a phrasal verb. Yeah, so came in last. Of course, there's nothing to be disappointed if you were to come in first, right? So it doesn't make sense. So definitely it's either last or lastly. Then again, you consider the word form, okay? Because in this case, like I said, we shouldn't have adverbs after that. Okay, he came in last means he's the last. Basically, in terms of order, he's the final person coming in. Okay, so that's our answer for the first one. Came in last. Any questions for this? No? Okay, everybody's good. Okay, we're going to move on to question 2. His dad was what furious when he lost his mobile phone? Now, can you imagine if you were to lose your mobile phone? Oh, Nicole asked me how many questions are there? There are actually 3 components today, roughly about 20 over questions. Okay, but and there's also synthesis and transformation, which we're going to spend a bit more time on. Yeah, but we will do midway. Okay, at the halfway point, we'll have a break and also a game. Yeah, okay, so that's what we usually do, right? Okay, his dad was what furious when he lost his mobile phone. So what do you think? Any volunteers? Do you think his dad was quite furious? Of course, total it's an adjective.
Very.
Yeah. Okay, so of course, on a scale to 1 to from 1 to 10 in terms of emotion. Okay, if let's say we were to have a scale from 1 to 10, cause quite is maybe a 4 in terms of intensity. Very is like maybe 9. Extremely is 10. So of course, if you were to lose your mobile phone, then probably it's very, very furious. What does furious mean?
Angry.
Angry, really angry, right? So in this case, of course, because he lost his mobile phone, I'm sure if your parents were to find out you lose your mobile phone, probably they'll be quite angry as well. Yeah, very angry. Okay, but it's probably for a short period of time. Okay, next question. My daughter's results are what? But she will try to achieve even better results next semester. Irena.
Satisfactory.
Yes, very good. Yeah, actually, these words all come from the same root word, which is satisfy. But actually, all of them are different word classes. Okay, so let's go through the first one. Satisfy is actually a verb. This is already a verb. So we usually don't have one verb after another. Okay, so if you want to use satisfy, you can say that to satisfy his needs, he went to eat something that makes him happy, right? So satisfied, he's quite satisfied. This is an adjective. Okay, But in terms of satisfied, usually we are referring to emotions, okay? And also basically it means contented. Or please. So we are referring to mostly about emotions. If I say that you are very satisfied with your results, it means that you are quite happy, quite contented with your results. Okay. Now, in terms of satisfying, okay, because it has the ing, it basically is, it can be an adjective, it can also be a verb. It depends. Okay. So it can be a verb as in like, okay, verb or adjective. Okay, so for example, I say satisfying. It is very satisfying to be working as a teacher. Okay, it is a satisfying job. Being a teacher is a satisfying job. So this satisfying is actually an adjective. Okay, but when it becomes an action, when I say that, oh, I enjoy satisfying the need of my child. Okay, I find joy in satisfying the needs of my child. So in this case, it becomes a verb. Okay, now satisfactory, of course, it's an adjective, but generally satisfactory does not refer to emotions like satisfied. Okay, he is satisfied means his emotions. Now, satisfactory basically is an adjective, and it's usually referring to things like, for example, results. Okay, job. So a lot of times when it comes to satisfactory, it's not so much of emotion, but it's more of like maybe your job or even your cases, your verdict or whichever. Okay. So in this case, because it's a result, okay, because it's a result, it is satisfactory. Answer is D. Any questions with this? No, everybody's okay? Right. Okay, now next one. The tests are over. What a what? Susan Cole said. Nicole, you want to try? You are like fast forwarding. You just show me the fast forward icon. Someone typed in the chat. Let me see who is it. Answer is A, Nicole said. Ah, yes. Okay, same thing. They all come from the root word relief. But this relief is a noun. This relief is a verb. This relieved can be an adjective. It can be a verb. This relieving is definitely a verb. Okay, so when we say what a relief, because okay, how do you determine which word class to use? Because you have an article. Article are your and the. So what always comes after and the? It's always a noun. So that's the reason why the answer is A, because what a relief, right? You don't say what a relieved. Okay, when it says relief, basically means like it's more like a sense of reassurance. Okay, sense of reassurance, like relaxation and all, and following a release from like stress. You know, if you feel stressed, you want a sense of relief, right? Then of course, when we say we want to relieve someone, okay, relieved. Okay, it's a feeling. It's an adjective because it is no longer feeling stress. Basically, if you feel relieved, okay, no longer feeling stress. Okay, if I say I was relieved that I did not fail my exam, so that is an adjective. But of course, it can also be a verb. Okay, like for example, he was relieved by his mother's change of tone. Okay, he was relieved. So in this case, relieved means to cause someone, similar meaning but used in a different word form, yeah? One is a verb, one is an adjective. So causing someone to stop feeling stress. Okay, so that is a verb, right? And then of course we have relieving. Relieving is the continuous form. Okay, it's called the continuous verb. Relieving. Okay, the doctor is relieving his pain. Okay, so relieving means like it causes the pain to be less severe, right? Causes pain to be less severe. So that's relieving. Are we clear? This one? Yeah? Okay. Now, why is it so important to learn about the different word forms? What do we mean by word forms? Okay, there are 8 word classes, I would say. Okay, 8 word classes altogether. Knowing your word classes well will help you answer your editing questions well. It will also help you to answer your comprehension close passage well. Because a lot of times when it comes to editing, you are supposed to change the word classes. Like maybe you want to change from a noun to a pronoun, a verb to a noun, or a noun to an adjective. So you will need to know your word classes. So what are the main word classes? Number 1, noun. Number 2, pronoun. Number 3, verb. Number 4, adjective. Number 5, adverb. Number 6, preposition. Number 7, conjunction. And number 8 is what we call determiner. Okay, so there are 8 word classes altogether. Something that is good to know. But in time to come, I'm sure you've learned some of these word classes already. Like for example, under pronouns, there are your reflexive pronouns, possessive pronouns, personal pronouns, and all. Okay, but of course, all these grammar rules will come to that in time to come. Okay, it's impossible to cover in one lesson. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to question 5. Reckless driving, what the driver's life and the lives of others. Okay, I see someone typing it. Aparajita says it's B. Very good. Okay, so what is the meaning of endangers? Okay, endangers means to put someone at risk. Okay, is to put someone at risk or in danger. Right? Aprajita is very good. I think this is the best answer. Dangerous is an adjective. Dangerously is an adverb. Dangers can be a noun. It can be a verb. Okay, so dangers, like what are the dangers of the world? Yes, Ariano is B. Very good. So what are the dangers of the world? So in this case, it's a noun. But if I say that he's, okay, maybe not. I think dangers can be a plural. It's a plural noun. Okay, dangers are basically a cause or likely cause of harm. Yeah, so in this case, if you want to use the verb form, we usually use endangers. So endangers is a verb, it's an action. So reckless driving endangers, right? So in this case, it is a noun. So it's like a subject, verb, object. The subject is reckless driving. Okay, the verb, oh, sorry, this is not noun, this is verb. The verb is this, and then the noun is, of course, the driver's lives, which is the object. In fact, the